Man, I'm on this 303 baby timing, man. Hey, yo, Thriller, man, what we doing, gang? Hunters coming and make sure that paper going all around. I ain't trying to hit, I know these.
And welcome to the National Meat Searcher Podcast with your host, Sasha, a.k.a. Monique. I got into a weird hole of watching clips of Precious on TikTok. I was like, you ever just do that? You ever just like, I use TikTok for too many things. Like, if I want to know something but don't want to know it, I'll just look it on TikTok. So if I like, a movie, I haven't seen it, but like, I can just look up the ending on TikTok.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I used to do that with YouTube too, where I would just like look up like a synopsis of the movie, but like with YouTube, it's like, the video's gonna be 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like for all that, I might as well watch the movie.
Watch the shit.
TikTok,
yeah.
3 minutes, tops.
Yeah, literal tops. Yeah. It's your boy, Thrillah from the 3, aka Joey from NMT. As you can see today, we are sans Christian. He's a little under the weather, but that's cool. We good.
It's cool. We good. Also, we should have brought a guest on. I was thinking about that today. I was listening to some podcast where when one of them's off, there's two guys, and when one's off, the other one just brings on like another celebrity guest. We don't have a ton of celebrity friends, so that's not exactly feasible for us.
I had a similar thought to that earlier. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing the podcast tonight." And I was like, "Yeah, our boy Christian's not going to be on." And she was like, "Let me hop on." And I was like, "Huh." What if we have a guest when one of us can't make it?
Yeah, we should start doing that. It's getting guests is so hard because it's scheduling, and then people don't have equipment, or people assume they have the right equipment, and then come on with shit audio. I'm okay with shit visuals, but shit audio.
That's important.
That just hurts the pod.
What I realize people don't realize about podcasting, which is really funny, forget podcasting, just any kind of creation in general. There'd be a couple people who come up to me who'd be like, "Yo, I want to be on your podcast. I want to be on your podcast." I'm like, "Nigga, who the fuck do you think you are? Be on my pod? Nigga, are you funny? Did I say you were funny?" Now, I have some friends who ask me, and they are funny, and I'm like, they'd be fantastic guests. But some niggas is like, "Yo, let me be on your podcast." How fucking dare you?
Yeah, this is just a PSA. If you're a person who like doesn't have a lot of followers, doesn't have equipment, isn't gonna hasn't engaged with the podcast, and I'm not even talking about this podcast. I'm just speaking for all podcasts. Because, like I said, we got a podcast with we have like a few hundred listens a week. Like, I can imagine imagine being that person who's like in the middle, right? That person who's like getting thousands of listeners, but not exactly a ton of money. They still got to work a job, and like everyone they know is like running up their asses with fucking, I want to be in the pod, I want to be in the pod, I want to be in the pod. You know what I mean? That's got to be so annoying. So let me tell you, if you got a podcasting friend, first of all, don't ask to be on it if you haven't shared a ton of the content as is, if you haven't told 10 of your friends about it. Don't wait till and then the crazy part is some people will get on your podcast, say all the shit they wanted to say, and then not even share the content as if like,
promote it.
Like, bro, you were like, this is you. Oh, I said so much wild stuff on there, bro. I don't know if I should. What? Yeah. I don't know if I can't share that. My family got me on Instagram.
So you wasted our time.
So block your aunt, nigga, and start sharing shit.
Block your aunt. Fuck that bitch. That's crazy.
And like I said, I say that speaking for all podcasters. Like, don't just ask people to be on their podcast, because have something to offer, or at least share the shit before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what it is too? I hate when like I see people like making a concerted effort to share our shit and then stop and then ask to be in the podcast. Like, you didn't even like consistently share it. You know what I mean? Like, don't share it all in October and then ask me in January thinking I'm a member of what happened in October. Because I remember it happened in October, but like I also remember that like
November.
I also remember November where you didn't share shit. I also remember December where you didn't share shit. Last year, all of it. I remember. I was there. Leave a comment at least, help with the engagement, something. Yeah, I understand. But you know what? It's not the people's fault. I've been putting out a lot less content because I'm trying to look for a new job. Not really look for a new job, but just always be interviewing.
Yeah. That's my mother's like that. Like, she told me the other day. She's like, she had some saying. She said it in Spanish. She was like, "I'll never starve." Like, always on the hunt for a new job. She gets a job, she starts looking for a higher paying one automatically.
Isn't your mom a cop?
She used to be. She's retired.
Doesn't she have crazy pension then?
No, their pension's not that crazy. She went back to work, and she does security. Yeah, I don't know. New York City, it's expensive anyway, so like you can have a great pension, and I don't know what these niggas doing. I don't know. I'd rather sell drugs than work for the city. I don't want to go to jail, but I'd rather sell drugs. That's just me, you know? Because my piss dirty. My piss dirty and it's going to stay that way. Not going to change. I told
So you gotta get an office job, bro. They don't test you for drugs. That's my job. Nobody from my job is listening to this.
I mean, also, like, I feel like if you work in an office, you probably deserve drugs. Same thing with teachers. Teachers deserve drugs.
Oh yeah, teachers are on drugs, which is crazy to know as an adult. Yeah. You know what it is though? You know what's funny? I don't know if your job does this, but do you ever have like work events at your job where there's alcohol involved and you can tell there's just people who have been waiting to get shit off their chest? Like they are, like I remember I went to a work event when I first started the job. So I started the job and at the same time I had started, these interns had also started. Bro, this one intern girl was like feeding me beers, talking about, I need to find fucking Adderall. Like, we went to a baseball game. She was straight-laced and narrow, little cute blonde white girl. Just, you know, not even cute, but just like regular looking. Just very, looked like she worked in an office. Yeah. And then they were like, oh, let's go to this Tigers game. And bro, she was, do you want to hit my vape? Like, she was ready to be wild. And there was so many people like that. Like, people from other departments that I never even worked with were feeding me drinks, just like, you seem cool, man. Take a fucking shot with me, bro. Like that shit. Does that ever happen at your job? You ever have like events?
No. The managers, as a manager, I've been to some of the events, and those events are usually only wine and beer, and there's always somebody who gets a little too crazy, and they always get in trouble for it. So that shit don't be happening. And if they had an event at the store level with just the regular crew, nah, man, that shit would be a lawsuit and a half. People die because you can't underestimate a regular looking white girl. You know, that's why those are my favorite, because they will surprise you with the drugs that they do and the things they can fit in their bodies.
Dude, I you know what's crazy? It's almost spring now too, so there's gonna be a few more work events. Lit. So I'm ready to see people get unhinged. Honestly though, there was people getting unhinged in the office. I heard stories about. Yo, let me say this. Let me say this. While we're on this topic, stop. I don't care where you work. Stop doing cocaine on the job, bro. Stop wasting your day. Like, bro, there's multiple places I've worked that are not nightclubs, not bars, not porno sets. There's no reason at any point in my life with the regular ass jobs I've had that I should have ever encountered anyone on coke on a job or he heard about it. I worked one job where it was night shift at a fucking warehouse, bro. Fucking factory. And this guy was working the night shift for a week and he got fired because he was driving some equipment and he hit something. Now, normally they don't fire you for hitting shit. Right. What they do is they piss test you. Yep. And then if you pass, you're good. And that's your one strike. If you fail, they fire you. He hits a pole. Doesn't damage anything, but they're like, okay, you hit this thing. The machine went off. We gotta go for a piss test. He says to the boss, bro, I just did a line in the parking lot. Please don't send me for the drug test. Boss just goes, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. And and just send you to the drug test. You didn't tell me that. And sure enough, he failed the drug test. He thought he can get away with the one line. But like, here's my thing. First of all, this is a 12-hour night shift we were on. One line in a I don't know what kind of, this was, keep in mind, this is Pennsylvania, bro. This is not Philly.
Right.
Pennsylvania. Like, the coke you're getting is not strong enough to last you 12 hours. And you're working a factory at night shift, dog. You do not have the money to keep up that habit. Coffee is free in the fucking lunchroom, bro. It's a free coffee. That will get you way further than below. And then I recently, at another job, this girl was I heard that she was like getting fucked up on lunch and then like doing lines in the bathroom. Keep in mind, she was not hitting her like quotas either. She wasn't hitting her numbers. So like, what was the purpose? Like, you were literally doing drugs and also not hitting your commission. That's insane.
That's really wild. Like, to put a target on yourself like that. Like, how can I'm already not doing well. How can I make this worse? Let's add some drugs to the mix. Real smart. Good for her. I'm sure she got let go.
Oh, she has. She has since. I don't think it was for that. Because she just wasn't hitting her numbers. But, I mean, you ever have somebody get fired at a job and then you just find out all this shit about them you did not know?
Yes. That's
Isn't that the greatest?
Funny. That shit is mad funny. You find it out, niggas be sexually harassing people, sexually assaulting people. Yo,
well, you just got dark. I was...
Men are filthy. Men are evil.
I remember one job I had. It was another night shift warehouse job. Man, I'm a loser. But this was like 10 years ago. And I guess this one... Okay, so the team lead was fucking this girl on the job. And then this new dude got hired. And neither of the dudes in this equation were good-looking men. But the new dude was 6'8". I called him Tree. He was a very, very tall dude. And for some reason, the girl who was fucking the team lead, who was only maybe 5'4", was real into that.
She needed the tree.
She needed a branch or two. She was tired of the twig. She needed a branch. And she apparently started hooking up with the tall dude. So the team lead like tried to fight him in an empty trailer and got his ass whooped, but then reported that like the tall dude assaulted him, and they took his word for it because he's like the team lead. He's been there for like 4 years. He's like ex-military. You know how that gets you very far in Pennsylvania, being ex-military.
Right. Right. That's a different kind of down bad.
But you know, when they have the firing meetings, it's like, oh, we had to let them go because you know they were seasonal or they were underperforming. They tell you bullshit. But then the second he was gone, here comes everyone was like, that's not why he got fired. He was doing well. The reason he got fired was he was blowing Katie's back out.
Yo, it's so crazy to get your ass whooped, to try to fight somebody, get your ass whooped, and then say, I was assaulted. How do you wake up and look yourself in the mirror? Like, how do you not have I'm a bitch ass nigga like tattooed on your face permanently? Like, I would I would move. I'd move to a different city.
I mean, I think he was making like $25 an hour, which in that part of Pennsylvania is crazy. Yeah. So, in that part of Pennsylvania in 2012, oh yeah, he probably had 2 cars like that.
12, yeah, he's the nigga in the street. 25 an
That's the area where like the median income was like 15 grand at the time. He was probably making like 47.
Yeah.
Which is ass now, but there and where is this? Pittston, Pennsylvania. If you never heard of it, know that your money is going to be long as hell when you get there. So I'm sure 0 people listening to this have heard of Pittston, Pennsylvania. So you know what's funny that you say that like if you got jumped and then said you were assaulted? What if that's what happened to 6ix9ine? What if 6ix9ine tried to fight them niggas and just got his ass beat? That's all we saw recorded.
Yo, that's the internet age, man. History is in the eye of... Well, history is told through the eyes of the nigga with the camera phone when they recorded. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I would almost believe that. But I know that 6ix9ine, he's not that... Like, he's crazy. He's unhinged. But, like, he's not that dumb, you know? Like, he doesn't want to...
I think... You know, we don't talk about enough to get like to not get too serious, but we don't talk about like the, how do I put it? Like the trauma and the like mental harm that comes from being poor. Yes. And I think 6ix9ine is a victim of that. Because when you hear stories about him like previous to being like 6ix9ine, he told a story that he was like working at as a busboy. and they fired him because he was too weak to carry trays because he was underfed. Like, that's how poor he was. So I feel like if I was ever, and keep in mind, I've been poor.
Yeah.
I'm poor now, and I look like this. So the fact that he was that poor, I feel like I would tattoo my face and join a gang if, like, I didn't see any other way out of it. He was selling heroin and still poor. Did you know that? He was selling heroin.
And still poor. That's crazy.
And still, that's crazy.
That locked up for so long. But I get it. You know? Like, if you think about it, right? His rainbow-colored hair, tattoos all over his face. Like, the nigga gave up on life several times. Several times. Like, the fact that he is alive is probably a miracle. Like, because most people,
yeah, and it's so crazy,
would have just committed suicide at some point in their lifetime of his lifespan.
Yeah, it's so crazy because like we all talk about, oh, he's a snitch, he's a snitch, he's a snitch. Why is that the narrative about him when, like, that boy was hungry? Like, that boy was very hungry, and I think too, there's also kind of like a mental. There's financial trauma, right? And then there's what happens to your brain when you take a big risk and it works out. Yeah. Then you have like a insane God complex. If you fucking tattoo your face and join a gang and end up with millions of dollars on fucking tours with, you know, your favorite fucking reggaeton artist,
yeah,
it's gonna make you go a little crazy. Like, you went from 0 to 1,000 with, like, just luck on your side, really.
When you think about it, his story is incredible. And then, I mean, to say that, right, like you just said, and then he's done it again. Like, talk about a God complex, right? To go through this criminal investigation to testify in federal court against these big drug dealers and to still be, like, alive and out there doing his shit. The nigga is invincible, damn near. It looks like it. Yeah, he got beat up, but you know what? He's still 6ix9ine. He's still out there. He
got beat up by randoms too. Here's my thing though. I don't even like him like snitching on all those people and wow, I just bit my cheek. That sucked. But him snitching on all those people and like getting not being harmed. Yeah, it's pretty easy to do. I think I've spoken on this so many times. I do not respect the criminal underbelly, and more so the thing too was like not even. Oh wow, that cloud looks like. Alaska. But anyway, I'm getting real distracted. There's a cloud up there that looks exactly like Alaska. But what was I saying? Oh, the thing I think too is that the thing about the criminal underbelly is that, like, even if, like, you respect and fear, you know, the Bloods, the Crips, whatever, they can only do but so much before police manpower really comes for them. You know what I mean? So, like, you can't, like, you know what I mean? Like, for example, if Brad Pitt was in the hood and decided to just disrespect, I don't know, some, you know, street overlord, they can't do shit to Brad Pitt, because if Brad Pitt gets killed by some Pyru nigga in fucking Compton, you're swept. That's it. They're putting billions of dollars towards that the cause of wiping you out because America demands it, because you hurt Brad Pitt or you hurt Obama or you hurt a random white woman. Like a random white girl from fucking a good neighborhood.
The whole set's going away for life. What? The daughter of a sheriff?
Swept up. You saw what they did to TK.
Man, that nigga ran.
So really, the fact that 6ix9ine isn't, like, getting harmed is because he's, like I said, even if I did respect and fear the element, he's too high profile now.
That's a fact. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, and it makes sense too. Like, you know, being in, like, federal witness protection or whatever, and being a high profile rapper, now coming out of it, it's like the feds can just watch him for any people who are trying to retaliate. You know. That's what I would do if I was
but they weren't watching the LA Fitness.
Yeah, they definitely were watching.
I really want to know. I want to hear from those guys who did it so badly. I want to know, because first of all, let's talk about it. I mean, I don't know how much an LA Fitness cost in LA, but, like, I'm pretty sure they're like $30 across the board. So if you're paying $30 for a gym, already you're not. Like, why 6ix9ine was there, I don't know. I feel like he was probably there for, like, a skit or, like, an Instagram post or something. Because he was dressed pretty fucking funny. Maybe he was there to get, like, relevant again because he knew people would film him when he was there. I don't know. Maybe... Because, and there's, like, there's people saying, like, oh, 6ix9ine might be broke. But, like, yeah, like, maybe he might be broke. But, like, also, like, if you're broke from having millions, why is your first priority to get in shape? Like, what? I don't. That would be my first. If I was flashing chains and necklaces, billions of dollars last year, and now I'm poor, I don't think my first step is to lose 6 pounds. I don't think. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is try and go viral with some funny skit or try to, I don't know, get relevant again, try to get in the studio with some Spanish artist like he's been doing. So I don't know why he was there. I'm sure we'll find out because he loves attention. But I want to know what those dudes were doing. Like, they even said in the video, they were like, yeah, film this shit so we can go famous too. What?
You famous
what?
in jail now. You famous
and he's did they get arrested?
I think so. And the dude who did it, I think, was actually I think he was on parole, or he had been he's an ex-convict, so he went straight back to jail. Apparently is what I heard. I don't know if it's true. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But I believe arrests were made, is what I've heard.
That's crazy. I wonder...
I, FBI,
I want to hear from this guy.
They were like, oh shit, they about to get him? Wait a minute. Oh no, they're only going to beat him up. Alright, we'll leave him. We'll let him go. Yeah. We'll come in if it gets too serious.
Wait, why does it say 6ix9ine has 2 kids? He has 2 kids now?
Wow. I mean,
I'm on his YouTube. I'm just like Googling to see if there's any news behind the capture. But apparently, according to Google, he has 2 children. I thought he only had the 1, but
I guess
crazy though, because the first child he did have while he was in poverty, so he couldn't be a fucking he couldn't be a bar back, but he could get that dick up.
Hey man.
He said, "I'm gonna get something."
Yo, he's like, I'm really hungry and really horny still. I'm underfed, but this dick works, baby.
He said, "Honey, I'm home from a long day of selling heroin out at the bodega." That's what he was selling to. He was selling out of a bodega. He was broken out of a bodega, selling heroin, serving the fiends, and then he got fired from the bodega because obviously they didn't know. But after all this, he just came home like, man, I'm really down on my luck. Where the bitches at?
Yeah. Yo, shout out to her, man. Letting him seed her up. A nigga who ain't have shit. You know, she stood down, and then, you know, now the kids are taken care of. I wonder if there's different.
Yeah, that's a real one right there. She saw a dude with a dream, and she stuck by him. I don't know if I have the timeline right. Maybe I don't, but fuck it. What is 6ix9ine's baby mom up to? I feel like she was viral. She stopped being viral when he did.
Yeah.
But I mean, she was getting fucked by all of the Bloods apparently, so she is the villain. Sarah Molina the baddest. I can't find an Instagram for her. Only a fan page. Why would you have who runs a fan page for 6ix9ine's baby mom?
She does.
You think it's her? That's honestly the most likely answer.
It very well could be. It very well could be. Fucking. Yeah, I would have snitched on those niggas too, bro. Like, you going to jail, you going to jail, you going to jail. Niggas sent me the video. Yeah, you're going to jail. Shit.
That's crazy though. Like, why would you? I mean, could you imagine your baby mother sending you a video of her getting her shit clapped while y'all are working it out? You know what I mean? Well, I know there's a lot of niggas out here right now who, if their baby mother if they got sent a flick of their baby mother getting fucked by somebody, they would see the video and be like, "Who's this?" Like, I don't even like who is that woman? I don't even know who that is. This is, I don't know why you're trying to make me jealous, but like, you're trying to work it out. Why would you even want to do that to somebody? Like, I've had sex with a lot of people in my life. I don't think I've ever wanted to, even like a boyfriend, like even out of revenge. I don't think I've ever. But you know what? I like sex. I think that's what it is. I really enjoy sex, and when I say that is, I don't need extra shit. You know what I mean? Like, I had a friend of ours tell me he really likes cuck porn because he likes the idea of somebody like being embarrassed while he's fucking a bitch. Right. And I'm like, nigga, you're sick. You're sick, nigga. Because if I'm fucking, I don't need anybody else a part of the situation. I don't need any extra shit. I don't need props. I don't need tools. I don't need a situation. That's why I don't cheat. But yeah, that is that. I can't even imagine. Could you wait? Hold on. Now I gotta really dissect this because people haven't really had this conversation in years. But like, niggas was really fucking 6ix9ine's baby moms. Pulled out the camera phone and said, "I can't wait to show this nigga this." Imagine having your dick hard thinking about 6ix9ine. That's crazy.
Yo, that is really weird.
Them niggas deserve jail.
I feel like one of them was like, yeah, I can't wait to show him this video. Matter of fact, I wish he was here. I just wish the nigga was here. My dick all hard wishing 6ix9ine was here. Wow.
To see this hard dick.
To see this hard dick. Yeah, man. You know what? You know what, though? I get it. Because, like, he got long hair. You know, he does the you know. A lot of those niggas been to jail already, so they might have gotten a little turned out or a little curious while in there. Sheesh.
You know, I don't know if I believe that people get as gay in jail as they say. I think niggas go into jail gay to begin with, and then they just don't come out until they were already gay in the street. I think that's what it is. You know what? That's the pipeline, right? That's what I'm establishing, right? It's you were gay and free, but you repressed your gayness until it led you to a life of crime. And then once you got locked up, you said, "Oh wait, I can't embarrass my family or catch any scrutiny for being gay in here. Now it's on." I really even myself personally, like I've sat with the thought so many times of like, if I ever did a crime and I had to spend a life in prison, how long would it take me to go gay? I don't think I could. I can't think about a man and just be like, yeah, that's.
You're not gonna go gay. It's not gonna.
Like, I'm just gonna be a sexless motherfucker. If I don't fuck for like 2 months straight, I'm pretty not horny to begin with. So if I'm going on 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I think I'm good. I'm not getting feral for dudes. And they don't even have like access to porn for real. Like, I know like niggas sneak phones in there and shit, but like, it takes a lot to get me there with the hub and whatnot. So I'm back to imagination. I'm back to brick and mortar jerking off. Nah, ain't no way I'm fucking a dude.
You can get Buttman magazines. Apparently, magazines.
What am I do with that? Yeah. What am I do with a magazine?
You're gonna come on it.
Could you imagine jerking off and flipping pages at the same time?
I've done it.
Bro, how about 5 years older than you and I haven't done it?
What? Hey, man, you know what? You said you don't require a lot of things. I don't require a lot of things, but I'm into a lot of things. So, you know.
Like being the page master, dog? Yo, actually, I have a memory. I have a full memory of the first time that I decided that turning the pages while jerking off was not for me. I remember being like 14, 15, and my mom got those like Victoria's Secret catalogs sent to the crib.
Yes.
And, you know, when you're 14, 15, you see the Victoria's Secret catalog, you could smell once you hear mail hit the door, you're already brick. So I would just like flip through the pages and like see these girls. Keep in mind, this is like dial-up days, so I'm not really, there's no Pornhub at this point. Mm-hmm. But I remember like flicking through the pages and being like, damn, she bad, and then just going, I can't, this is too much work. Like, I can't pull my dick out and turn the page. And I was just like, I'm going to just use my imagination. Like, so I'll just walk away from this magazine hard as hell and then go find my friends to play handball somewhere.
Wow, good for you. I had that experience and said, this is the perfect amount of work. I'm fine with this. Anytime I saw a thong in one of those books, I bookmarked the page and said, this is one I'm coming back to. Yo, but let me ask you this. Can you jerk off with your left hand? Are you right-handed?
I am.
Can you jerk off with your left hand?
I mean, yeah. But like it gets very obviously weird because there's like when you're with the right hand, you're going straight. But the left hand kind of like veers to the left. You know what I mean? So it's like a different sensation. You know what I mean? But it can be done. But like you got to be really in the right state of mind to get it done with your left hand, you know?
See, I know a nigga who, when younger, he developed jerking off with his left hand because he had to click with his right. Like, I feel like most of us would have just used the left hand on the mouse, but this nigga went against evolution. He learned with his left hand.
He had to get ambidextrous for the pursuit of...
Honestly, I always had to respect it. Like, damn, bro. Shout out to you. He's a cop now, so, you know, fuck that.
How many cops do you know?
Bro, I live in Staten Island. They're all cops. Everyone around me's a cop. Even the gangster niggas be cops, bro. Like,
they just pull each other over all day.
And be like, yeah, I got an uncle who's a detective. And it's like, bro, you are being investigated for federal drug charges. You need to go somewhere. Yeah, and I know a lot of cops. Actually, you know what? I don't know that many. I know a lot of people who've taken the test and who couldn't get into the NYPD because they're psychopaths. And that's good that they couldn't get in. They're not doing a good enough job of stopping psychopaths, but they stopped a couple that I know, and that's good. That's good.
Well, that is good. I remember the first thing I heard about the NYPD test. I don't know how true this was, but I remember when I was somewhere in high school, a teacher had told me that, like, there's a test you have to take to be a cop, and if you score too high on the test, you can't be a cop because you're not stupid enough to be a cop.
That's crazy.
I don't know how true that is, but they were like, you have to, if you score too high, it's like your brain, they know your brain isn't malleable enough to be a civil servant, so they reject you.
That's crazy. I feel like that's not true, but at the same time, it would make sense.
It does make a lot of sense, which is very sad about our legal system. Should I drink the last of that Crown Royal?
Yeah.
I still got some creatine in the bottom of this glass.
That is crazy, folks. This man put creatine.
Yeah, you explain that to them while I get another drink.
In the whiskey. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Creatine is a supplement, a health supplement for growing and building muscle. And this gentleman put it in alcohol. That's the definition of lit gains. Literal lit gains. We're getting lit while making the gains, folks. You heard it here first. I don't think I've never heard anything like that before in my life. That is incredible.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you do gotta do what you gotta do. I need to start putting some creatine in my fucking... I just need to go to the gym. I just need to go. It is very close to me. It's up the block. I've got no excuse but my own laziness.
Listen, I've been saying this, and here's the creatine in the bottom of the glass in case anyone's watching the video.
Crazy.
But I've been saying this forever. Nobody needs to go to the gym. All right, they're crowded enough as it is these days. Just fucking find a physical activity you want to do and do it. I feel like everyone's like, oh, I hate the gym, but I'm going to go. If you hate it, don't go. Everyone's always asking me, like, how are you so disciplined? I'm not. This is what I enjoy doing. Like, this is what I do for fun. You know when I go to the gym? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Thursday. These are the days most people are drinking and having sex, which, no, not me. But yeah, that's what I do for fun. I wake up on Saturday morning at like 8 a.m. I have a little snack-a-do, and then I go to the gym. It's the first thing I do every weekend morning. So,
how long are your workouts? What are you in there for, like an hour and a half?
Like 2 hours, but I like bullshit a lot.
Take your time. Yeah. I know some people who will be in the gym for 3-4 hours.
For what?
Because I don't know.
Do they look like they're in the gym for 3-4 hours?
Yeah, they do. But like only certain parts of their body do. Not all of their body looks like that. Niggas be on some dumb shit. I don't know, man.
They be skipping leg day?
Yeah, man. It's funny because I see these niggas working out legs all the time, but they get no gains. I feel bad.
I mean, if I fucking nerd out for a second. Essentially the thing about leg day, and I have beautiful legs now, but I remember there was a time where I didn't. And essentially, so one of the things about the legs is that, I don't want to make this boring, but like, so for your calves, okay, so tall people, there's things called muscle inserts, and tall people typically have their calves insert higher. So if you like touch your calf, right, your calf muscle, if it ends and then like there's like a tendon there, right? Mm-hmm. That tendon, you can't grow that.
Right.
So you can get like that ball at the top of your leg massive, but you're still going to have this long skinny tendon because you're a taller person. That's why it looks like short guys have bigger calves, because their calf muscle connects with their foot. There's no long ass tendon there. As far as the quads, a lot of people just do like leg training wrong, because leg training is hard and you want to get it over with. Quads, hamstrings, glutes, this shit is hard. And men, like, we aren't like weaker than women necessarily in the leg department, but like women they just got it. You know what I mean? Like and then like women on top of that also have like more fat supporting, because most women's fat is on their legs. So they're just more powerful than us, and I think a lot of dudes just, they get discouraged. I don't know. I went. You know what's funny? Somebody told me. I remember I asked this guy years ago when I first started working out. I asked him, I was like, should I train legs? And he told me, do you wear skinny jeans? And I was like, yeah. He's like, then no. And he was joking. I took that shit seriously for 2 years. I did not train legs for like the first 2-3 years I was in the gym at all. Not even a little bit. I definitely have intimidating quads now, but not so much then.
I saw this thing on TikTok earlier today that said that when your muscles contract, there are actually different kinds of molecules and a bunch of shit that comes out of your muscles. They call it miracle cells or miracle molecules. Miracle some shit. Basically, it was fucking when you contract your muscles, you feel better, literally, because shit comes out of your muscles that goes into your blood and makes you feel better. It was all hormone science shit, and I was just like, wow, that's crazy. I was like listening to it while I was on the can, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work out. I wiped my ass and laid the fuck back down.
Yeah, I've never heard of miracle muscle fibers or whatever the fuck, but working out is fun.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people hate working out because they think if they're hurting themselves, they're doing something to make their body better.
Right. And
that is often not the case. You know what it is? It's I don't know why you got me on this workout path, but changing your body is really boring. Like that's what it boils down to. Like
right.
you do the same. Like I've been doing the same exercises for like 3 years straight. Like I have not changed my routine much at all. My diet, the things I eat like 4 things. It's very boring, but people they want the results quick. They want to be sexy by summer. They want to be, it's just, you just do the same. That's with anything, right? Like if you make beats every day for 365 days, you're going to have what? An album a week? Like that's just science. If you make right decisions in your diet and your training every day, eventually you're going to see a good result, but you may not see that for a fucking long ass time. It's just boring. People try to make it seem like it's like, dude, I hate, as much as I'm like a lifter, I hate all that like, fucking get pumped, dude, get severe, like get crazy in the gym, all that kind of content. I hate that shit, bro. Because the thing is, like, the 2 biggest factors in the way you look are going to be your sleep and like your diet and like cardio. That comes before lifting. Lifting is just like sexy because you can like make a cool gym edit and like put some fucking like hard style techno over it. You know what I mean? You can't do that with sleep. So that's why I just get like glorified, but like really like just have a chicken salad and make sure you get your rest. Yeah, that's the key for most people.
Wait, but doesn't lifting burn more calories than cardio?
It does not.
No,
it burns.
Doesn't.
It does not. Lifting burns almost no calories.
Wow.
Lifting is your fat and your, I don't know why I'm sitting here educating people, but your fat cells and your muscle tissue are 2 different independent things from each other. Right. So like I said, fat is just stored energy. If you're lifting a dumbbell 15, 20 times, it might feel hard in the moment, but like it's not really taking a ton of energy from your life. It was a 3-minute activity you did, really. You know what I mean? If you did this for fucking 15 times, might feel hard, but that's your muscular system working, and your body's going to, it is using energy, but not more than like an hour walk would. That's but again, you can't do a hard style sick edit over an hour walk.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what? Maybe we gotta try it. Maybe I'm gonna try it. You know, I developed a hack when it comes to walks. This is actually another thing that I realized. I was like, oh man, I need to take more walks. Because if you walk 15 minutes in one direction, and then you gotta walk 15 minutes back, that's 30 minutes. Easy. Mad easy.
Live, Joey's discovering math and time.
Yo, math and time. Bro, get your asses up, man. Go take a walk. Because I know you're fucking got your dick in your hand while you're playing Overwatch or Destiny. Go for a fucking walk. Go touch the grass.
I hope people who play Destiny or video games generally are watching this. I originally started this because I wanted like a geek space for black people, but yeah. I feel like our fans are so completely fucking random. I don't know. What are your fucking hobbies, y'all? What do y'all do? Like, you know what? I can't even be mad that our fans are random because this podcast is super random.
Yes. Like, why? Yeah, it totally makes sense.
There's literally, I just talked about fucking bodybuilding for 20 minutes. So, yeah, I can't really be mad that we have a very random assortment of people who fuck with this.
Yeah. I literally don't consume any fucking normal content that people consume because I'm usually spending most of my time wishing I was making beats and staring at the wall.
Define normal content. What is the normal content you think people consume?
Things on Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll.
Like mainstream media.
Mainstream media. That's the fucking term. The only mainstream media I get is like news updates when something crazy happens.
You seem like a Rory and Maul kind of guy.
Not anymore.
Me neither. I unfollowed them a while ago.
Yeah, same.
I was into it for, I want to say like a good 6 or 7 months, and then I was like, I don't like these niggas. I wouldn't hang out with them. Like, they, I don't, like, oh my god, is Kendrick Lamar the best, greatest rapper? What's the greatest fucking Lil Wayne verse? Oh, something misogynistic. I don't know, I was like, these are niggas I wouldn't like in real life. Why am I listening to them talk for an hour every week? Also, can we talk about the fact that, and I don't know, maybe if you'll relate to this really, but just for the audience, and this is kind of a gem for anyone who's stuck around for this long, but like, change the content you absorb. Like, people don't, like, I stopped listening to like a couple of podcasts, and it just like fucking changed the chemistry in my brain. Like, I remember being like legitimately happier. But like, the thing is, like, I think so many of us are like in such a routine that we don't realize that like shit that's hurting us is in that routine. Like, there was like 6 podcasts I listened to. Okay, there was a podcast I listened to, right, where like so there's this podcast, I'm not gonna say who they are, but they're these black dudes who I think are kind of lame, honestly. They're just regular dudes like us, but their shit blew up because they started their shit earlier than us when more people were still quarantined and laid off. So their shit blew up, and I just remember being like mad because, like, the thing is, like, I would like certain episodes, but there would be other episodes where I'm like, yo, these niggas are fucking ass. Like, there was one episode where they were like on edibles, and you could tell they were on edibles because like they had run out of content. Like, they didn't have shit to say. They were just over. And I was just like, the shit was ass. And like, it's just like every episode where they didn't have a guest, or like, and the guest could be anybody, right? It could be like one of their friends or somebody famous, because they're getting pretty big. But like, when it was just them two, you can tell they like ran out of shit to talk about. And like, that didn't make me mad. Obviously, they're human. You're gonna run out of shit to talk about eventually. But like, the fact that like these niggas are where they are and I'm not there, like, pissed me off. It pissed me off so bad. And I just was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna unfollow this because like, this is not helping me. And then like, I just felt better. I just felt better. And because the thing is too, like, their podcast would upload every Monday morning. So like, I was starting the week with these niggas. You know what I mean? Just out of habit. So then I just said, fuck it. And then there was another podcast where one of the girls in this podcast is a host of another podcast that I love, but she started a different one. And the different one is a different theme. It's like just black shit. You know what I mean? It's just like black news, the dating space, which I don't even fucking care about. And like when she first started the new thing, I was like, oh cool, this girl has a new thing. And like for like 6, 7, 8 months, I was really invested. And then like I just felt myself like, I don't care about your dating life. I don't care about, you know, oh, Beyonce should have won this award, or you know, I just capitalist. I just unfollowed it, and like for a week I felt better. So what you know, just for anybody listening to this, if you're suffering from something, make sure your content is in check, because a lot of us live the same lives or the same routines week after week, and we don't even realize what's pissing us off and what's fucking us up. If you're watching true crime every day and then you're paranoid, maybe stop watching true crime for a couple weeks. I'm not even telling you to take it out permanently. I'm just saying a couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Give it a break. Give it a break.
I mean, a couple of weeks ago. I mean, there was like, I stopped listening to podcasts. Period for like a month. I was just watching a different world. I was catching up with a different world. It felt nice just to watch some sitcom that has nothing to do with life, nothing to compare myself to. It took place in a totally different time period. You know, it was just nice to just veg out and have that in the background. And, you know, I feel like I was better for it. So I've been doing more of that, watching more sitcoms. But, yeah, you know, if you watch true crime, you just chill with the true crime for a little bit. If you watch all these dating, relationship bullshit. Also, keep in mind, if you are a person who, like... I gotta take a breath for this one. If you are a person who, like, actively absorbs all this, like, dating guru bullshit, I guarantee you're the problem, bro. I promise you are the problem. I don't even care. I used to say, like, you were, like, maybe if you're, like, 21, you're trying to figure it out. Even if you're, like, 21, you're ass, bro. You're ass. In fact, I'm gonna go a step further. If you're, like, in your 30s and you don't have who you want right now, or didn't have, like, a long thing with who you wanted at some point, you're ass, bro. You're ass. Because it's not that hard, bro. It's not that hard to get people to like you. I'm sorry. It's not that hard. Especially if you're a man. That's like tenfold if you're a dude. Damn. If you're a woman, I can kind of sympathize a little bit, just because like niggas lie for pussy. Niggas have lied for pussy since time began, and they were live for pussy until time ends. Yes. But if you're a man that just can't get women to like you, bro, it's 4 billion women on this earth. All of them want to be, well, maybe not all of them, but like a good chunk of them want to be fucked. They want to be fucked and cared for, and they will ignore so much bullshit about you to make that happen. And you can't get it done? I'm sorry. And you're 32? Crazy. I've been homeless and had beautiful, amazing women on my shit. I've been jobless, beautiful, amazing women on my shit. I've been fat. I've been greasy. I'm greasy right now. Beautiful, amazing women on my shit. And so if you are inexorably the problem. Inexorably.
Gentlemen, there's no fucking excuse. There is no excuse.
No excuse at all. Fucking, how's your dating life, Joey?
I don't have one. Because I'm not dating at the moment.
We'll keep it at that. Also, I'm just realizing this polo. I'm just realizing this polo bear on your shirt.
Oh yeah, it's not polo. This is actually Zooted NYC. Shout out to Danny Green and Zooted NYC. They are a cannabis vendor out here in New York. They got fire gas, fire stuff. One day we gonna get sponsorships, bro. That Blue Chew sponsorship, like, I think we're just gonna have to start with, like, I'm gonna have to just get a subscription, you know, and really just put the work in to, you know, really be able to give accurate reviews on the content.
I would love if you got on Blue Chew, then had whatever woman you used it on as a guest to give a live review.
Testimonial, yeah.
A testimonial. Yeah. SAT word, I love that.
Testimonial to my testicles. Yeah.
I would love to watch you fuck. I feel like you probably fuck in a very endearing way.
I think I do too.
I feel like it looks like you're really trying. You know, you're really putting the work in.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a fact. I'm a very passionate lover. I was wondering. I'm a very passionate lover. I just want to hold you and cuddle you all night. after I put my
Coitus.
tongue in your whispering eye. And your
Whispering eye. Now you'll never have sex ever again after, after saying whispering eye.
I wasn't planning on it. I don't have that many high hopes in my life anymore. Yeah. I be trying to get by my personality.
The hoes will always flock to you, Joe. I'm telling you. You're a fan favorite. We keep telling you this.
They ain't never flocked. There've been no flocking.
Well, summer's around the corner.
Oh yeah, man. Oh my god, I'm afraid for that.
What do your summers usually look like? What do you usually like? Is summers like this business as usual for you, or do you like do something different?
Nah, summer's usually business as usual. You know, casual dining out, casual drinking, copious amounts of marijuana smoke, and being outside. I love being outside. I love smoking outside. I fucking can't wait till the summer. Shit, it's getting nicer out now. I love the spring. You know, shit, I'm about to get a cracking. You know what I'm saying? You know?
I'm not a big fan of the spring, just because like the spring is cool. I mean, it might be. I think that you know. I told my daughter this. I told my daughter. I said, listen, I respect summer. I love summer. I respect winter. But fall and spring, I don't fuck with them because they're too finicky. They don't know what the fuck is going on, right? Springtime, you leave your house 8 a.m., it's 30 degrees. Then suddenly it's 65. Then suddenly it's raining. You don't know what the fuck to do. Then the night comes, it's 30 again. You don't know what the fuck is going on. Spring does not, same thing with fall. It never has its shit together. I had to scrape, I mean, I know I'm in Michigan, so it's a little exaggerated, but I had to scrape fucking ice off my windshield this morning at fucking 7:45. And then I'm in the office with a hoodie on, melting by 2 p.m. And I was just like, fuck that. And now I'm in this shit. No sleeves in this apartment that's typically pretty cold. Yeah, that's just annoying. But summer is just straight up heat. I don't think my summer's changed too much because I'm pretty much a workhorse, and I'm tripling down on that this year. Like I said, I'm looking for a new job, constantly changing my resume, updating my LinkedIn, all that, just staying vigilant. But I mean, and then my side job, you know, I do security, so obviously clubs are more active in the summer. But even when they're not active, I typically do a lot more people watching. I'm not a huge partier. I like to vacation more in the winter to get away from winter. Mm-hmm. But I think the summer for me more so brings a lot of people watching, a lot more outdoor activity, a lot more day drinking. I do fully up the day drinking in the something about a beer on a patio with like a salmon burger. Oh my god! Oof. That we just wooed at the same. Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. This summer, I'm gonna be up early, and I'm gonna be outside. I'm trying to party and trying to do some drugs, but not real drugs. Well, actually, you know what? You never know. I actually.
What do you define as real drugs?
Opiates, stimulants, and depressants that aren't alcohol. I tried Adderall for the first time.
Psychedelics are not real drugs for you.
Oh yeah, no. That's natural. That's like weed. You know, that's just stuff. I mean, no, LSD is not from the earth, but yeah, you know. Doesn't fucking count, you know, whatever, bro.
See, I have a different definition of real drugs. My definition of real drugs is if I was around people that didn't know I was on drugs, could I get away with it? I couldn't get away with that on mushrooms. I couldn't hide that. Cocaine? Could. I could be on cocaine and everyone would just be like, oh, he's really social. Like, you know what I mean? He's a really friendly guy.
I'm afraid of cocaine because I'm afraid I'm going to like it a lot. But
I don't think you would. I don't think you would in 2023. I feel like shit is like really stepped on these days. I mean, I don't even know where to get like I don't even know anyone who does that shit anymore. It's just not right. It's not great anymore.
Right. Yeah, we live in a very pill society these days. Everybody's on a perk. What happened?
Percs, another one. I've never done percs, but I imagine I would be very visibly on a perk around people.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'd do that. Weed, I don't think I could. I don't think I could. Even if I had some Visine, I think people would visibly know I was on weed.
Yeah. When I be high, people know.
But edibles, okay, so weed is a drug. Edibles are not a drug. I feel like edibles and chill.
That's fair, because I know a lot of people who are very against smoking weed, but all of a sudden now, when you can get it in a gummy or a cookie, all these people are now, edible, because you know what? It's good for the pain, and it's good for you.
You know what it is? Because you can regulate an edible. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know how, like, nobody knows how strong their lungs are. You don't know what percentage of THC is going in your lungs when you do that. But an edible, 5 milligrams every time. 10 milligrams every time. Yeah. You know exactly. You know exactly what it's going to do.
Yeah.
If you run track, that one hit, you got the crazy lung capacity. That one hit might be 75 milligrams. It might take you to a place you don't even know you could go. Because you just got powerful lungs.
I should start running.
But an edible before bed? Nice. I haven't had an edible in like 2 years though.
Last time I had an edible, I had one very, very recently. It was like a couple months ago. Maybe a month ago. It was something light though. I just my body felt heavy, super lazy. It was super nice. I was super relaxed. I had planned to save it for my trip to Florida that I took a few weeks ago. And then I didn't because I was bored one day and I was like, oh, let me eat this edible.
Is weed legal in Florida? It's probably not.
Nah, it's not. But I didn't even smoke while I was out there. Like, that's fine. That's the thing that's great about, weed is that, like, it's a habit to smoke weed, but it's not like when I can't get any, it's just like, whatever.
Dude, I love places where weed is still illegal. Oh, I love it.
Why?
Because when weed is legal, people act so entitled, bro. Like, people want to smoke everywhere, dude. Everywhere.
I am one of those niggas.
Like, when I worked at clubs in like Pennsylvania and here, everybody wants to spark up in the club, and I'm like, you wouldn't do this in an Applebee's, bro. Like, why are you smoking in this club right now? Oh, it's the club, bro. It's legal here. It's legal in your fucking house too. Like, why? And the thing about the thing that bothers me too with that shit is that I'll give this one thing to marijuana. That is bang for your buck. Like, you stay high for a long ass time. You did not have to smoke this in here. You could have smoked this 2 hours ago and still been high.
That's a fact.
You could be smoking for 3, 10, 15 years, and you know what's gonna get you high for a long ass time. So the fact that you need to roll up right here, right now in this club at 1 a.m. for what? For what? Now I gotta tell you to stop. Now you're gonna make my job harder. For what? You could have smoked this outside and then watched Lord of the Rings and came here and still been high, depending on how strong your shit is. Like, I don't understand. That's what bothers me.
Yo, honestly, here's a hot take. I want to say 75% of the time people are smoking in a public setting. I'm not gonna say they're not getting high, but you're not getting a high that, damn. Maybe I'm wrong, but okay. I'm gonna relate it back to myself because that's all who I can speak for. 75% of the times when I'm out, when there's mad people and I'm smoking weed, I'm not getting high because I'm in a situation where I need to be aware of my surroundings. Like, there have been so many times I love making mistakes. There have been so many times I've gone to music video shoots, right, and we be smoked up, be high as fuck, and then we're shooting the video, and the director's like, we need more energy, we need more energy, we need more energy. And we fucking can't. Why? Because we are high. But it's the first thing we do. It's the first thing we do.
I need more energy. You're that fucking, what's that 90s fucking PSA on the couch?
She used to like things, but now she's just high all the time, and she's deflated. Yep.
That's crazy.
That is me at a music video shoot. I stopped doing it. Niggas be like, yo, you want to smoke? I'm like, no.
You know what, though?
Dead.
I think that's like all substances. Like, all substances are different in different situations. Like, for example, like mushrooms are fantastic when I'm in the house. Fantastic when I'm in a hotel room. If I'm outside, immediate paranoia. Why are people existing around me? Do they know I'm high? Do they not know I'm high? What's going on? Drinking's annoying because, like, I'll be fucked up, and the second somebody looks at me wrong, I'm sober. I'm just like, what's that nigga doing? What's going on there? What's happening with that? Like, because now I'm alert. There's even just. Yo, I remember I did the first time I did acid. Oh my god, dude! In the hotel, I was in a roller coaster, going outside and seeing like 6 people in the hotel lobby. Oh my god, I was just like, this is so hard now. I feel like I'm in prison for that. Walking through the hotel lobby of 7 people felt like I was in there for 3 weeks. It felt like I was walking through it felt like I was walking from like Staten Island to Ohio, like just trying to be sober around these 6 people in this fucking lobby.
Yo, have you ever smoked Salvia?
Yes, that shit is insane. I cannot believe that was legal. Or is it still legal?
It's crazy. It's not out here. I try to find it. I can't. I gotta get my hands on something. I got it.
I think it's legal. I just don't think anyone sells it anymore because there's probably not a market for it. But
yeah.
A Salvia was way stronger than acid both times it did.
Yeah.
But it only lasts for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, which is the crazy part because the one time I did it, it was weird. It was like 15 minutes, but it had felt like 3 days. Like I remember just being aware of where I was and being like, yo, I've been here for like a minute. And then I asked my friend, and she was like, yeah, you smoked that bowl like 15 minutes ago. And I was like, boy, I've been here for days, bro. That's crazy. I've been sleeping on this bed for days. That shit was fun. I want to do that again. I really want to do that again.
I wanna get on YouTube because we kind of smoked Salvia back in the day, not knowing what it was. Yeah. But I feel like there's a more comprehensive evidence. Like, you know, there's got to be more information now because that shit. I remember I smoked Salvia at a house party, which is not the place to do that. But it was 2005, 6, 7, maybe 2009, 2010, and I remember like I bought it at the mall, Spencer's. Oh my God. And then I was like, I'm going to smoke this whole thing in a blunt. And this kid was like, you do not want to smoke this whole thing in a blunt. He's like, I'll roll it for you. Take 1 puff and then see how you feel. And I was like, okay, cool. He rolls it up. I fucking smoke it. I take 1 hit. I was like, this ain't nothing. And then I coughed and laughed at the same time. Everything turned purple and green. And I just heard like this noise, like, dee! Like it literally, like my whole world glitched. Like, dee! Everything was like purple and green turning sideways. And I couldn't stop laughing, but I was terrified. Yeah. And then I like ran to the porch. Everything's still spinning purple and green. All I hear is this dee! Noise. I'm sorry for the audio biscuit. But yeah, that was the scariest like 4 minutes of my life. And it felt so long. What is in that shit?
Yeah, what is in that?
I wonder if I could just go to Spencers.com and look up Salvia.
That's like they sold it at Spencer's. Hot Topic. That's wild.
I can't remember. I can't 100% remember if it was Spencer's. I know I worked in the mall at the time. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the kid I was at a party, so I don't know if the kid whose party I was at just had it. Or I bought it from Spencer's, but I feel like I might have bought it from. I definitely had to buy it from Spencer's because, like, why would he have just given me Salvia for free? And then I don't know because I remember the packaging.
Right. Yeah. That shit was like $20 when I bought it on St. Mark's. Man, you get anything in St. Mark's. I mean, okay.
Yeah, I got my tongue pierced at St. Mark's.
That is insane. I mean, that's actually not very insane because there's tons of piercing and tattoo places in St. Mark's, but like. That's crazy. Thinking about it now.
Yeah, think about it now. Like, I just let some miscellaneous Indian man in a fucking alleyway stab a hole in my mouth when I was 17.
Yeah, that's. I'm glad you still have a tongue, and I'm sure there are many people in the world who are glad you still have a tongue. Many women and men, because our listeners are glad. They're glad for us. They're glad for your voice.
Okay, so apparently,
retwist, bro. I didn't even fucking say the hold on. Time out. I see your retwist, boy. You got the 2-strand twist. Oh my god, this nigga.
Bro, look how pale my scalp is, though.
To marry him.
Look at how pale my scalp is, bro. It's crazy. Like my scalp is white as shit. It just never sees the sun. This Michigan sun. Also, apparently, Salvia plants are traditionally noted for their antioxidant effects and ability to enhance head and brain function, improve memory, quicken the senses, and delay age-associated cognitive decline. What salvia? Because that shit I smoked was not... That took years off my brain's health.
Dementia. Salvia.
I'm gonna do this. That's my night now. I'm just gonna like apply for jobs and do salvia research on YouTube. Because what?
Where can I get?
What's in the shopping section on salvia when I type that in? Is it actually gonna show me that? I feel like I haven't seen it for sale in a long ass time. Salvia leaves dry, $52. Crazy. Dragon herbs, salvia capsules. So is that like a?
No, I don't want to do that.
I might.
I'm afraid of.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I mean, it's got. Why does it have so many reviews? 75 reviews,
Salvia
4 out
for
of 4.
teens. That is incredible. Kidshealth.org. Salvia. Wow. LSD, heroin, mushrooms. What the fuck? Well.
Yeah, I gotta know what this salvia capsules is all about. Supports heart health and vascular health. Supports blood circulation, microcirculation, immune function. All right, that doesn't. Nah, maybe it's something different if you ingest it as opposed to smoking it. I gotta see what. I'm sure there's like a YouTube documentary on salvia that's probably from like a YouTube channel of a dude who's like 37 years old. Because like I think because kids are not talking about salvia anymore. There's no 22-year-old podcasters on Barstool talking about salvia right now.
Salvia, yeah. You know what? Maybe we're onto something. Maybe they're
kids are doing real drugs now.
The market. Yeah, they really are. They're doing fucking Percocet.
Dude, a Percocet's cool. I feel like Percocet. Who is on the marketing team for Percs right now?
I don't know, man. But you know what? They've been going strong for a while. You know, like it. I really do kind of want to try it just because of rap music. Like Future. Was Percocet.
Are we getting peer pressured at 30? Are we getting peer pressured in our 30s right now?
It's not peer pressure at this point. I think it's really we've been groomed. You know, we've been what's the word?
Influenced.
No, deeper than that. Damn. Colleges are indoctrinated. We're indoctrinated.
You know what's crazy though? Like I'm in
Brown Brothers.
So the dude who did the Perk 10, I just popped a Perk 10. The guy who made that song, YNJ, he's from Flint, and then the dude who like made the dance popular is also from here, Jack Funny 313, and like. I'm in the heart of the Perks, and I have not, run across them here in Michigan. But I'm inside all the time. I'm about to like ask a white coworker for a perk tomorrow and see if they if they just have them.
just like mints, Like, oh yeah, I got one for you, no problem. Yeah, how many do you? I mean, that was my bro.
Because the internet will have you thinking everybody in Michigan is on a perk right now, and I'm sure a lot of people are, but I don't go outside enough. But you know what's the funniest? Wait, can I just tell you the funniest perk story I ever heard? I think I told this on here before. I think I might have told this story on here, but honestly, it's so funny. There was this girl I knew who, she gets after it. She's not a chaste woman. She's down for dick at all times. She was going on a date with this dude. Third date. Ready to go, trained to go. So if you're when the connection's there with somebody, like the date is just a precursor for fucking. To have a light meal, to have a soup, a salad, a little beer. You're fucking. And with her, you knew it was going down. She picks this guy up. Third date. I think they're going bowling, drinking, probably gonna fuck immediately afterwards, knowing her. This nigga gets in her car, he's sweating his fucking ass off. And he's just jittery. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I just popped a perk like an hour ago. You want one?" She's like, "Get the fuck out of here." She took that nigga right home. And I asked her too, I was like, did you fuck him anyway? She's like, "No, I didn't fuck him anyway." Well, like the fact that but everyone always talks about getting like perks and being horny, and it's like, what? Are you? I don't know if that's exactly true. Because it's supposed to be a downer, right? Yeah, just.
I'm in the mood. Yeah. Good.
That's crazy. Why would you just do the perk on the first date and loosen up to just have a chat?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard perk is a downer, but everyone talks about it, what being horny. So I don't get it.
I don't know. Do Percocets make you horny? Does Percocet?
I think I've actually Googled that exact thing. Do Percocets make you horny? And there's no real results.
There's no consensus.
At least from. You know what? I think. There's got to be a Reddit for it. I think what happens is perks like kind of fuck up your like receptors so you can last longer. But like there are better drugs for that.
Right.
So like just take a Blue Chew. I mean, like I said, for me, you can take a fucking a couple shots will have me not coming for the longest time.
So Heartbroke on bluelight.org said, "Hey, let me start out by saying that I am not a heavy opiate user. I take oxycodone once in a while when I'm having anxiety or period pains. Yesterday I took a 5 milligram. Oh no, I lost the page. Yesterday I took a 5 milligram before seeing my boyfriend, and I got so horny that I jumped my boyfriend as soon as I saw him and had him fuck my brains out. Please pardon my French. We had sex 3 more times after that. Is it just me, or is it common for oxycodone to cause horniness? LOL. All opiates have this effect," says Lady Codone. "Opiates are to me what MDMA is to other people, LOL. Men usually say opiates kill libido and erections, but it might be different for us ladies. My wife and I had that happen after we tried a new brand of dope once," says Lazy Joe. "We didn't even make it out the bathroom we got well in. Opiates don't kill erections. In fact, they usually cause anorgasmia, inability to orgasm." Wow, this is a drug forum.
Now, I'm just on addictionblog.com, and there's an article saying Percocet's main ingredient, oxycodone, affects the emotional well-being, mood stability, and sexual desire in both male and female users. It can trigger a loss of interest in sex and a decrease in the libido. So, who knows what's what?
So, I should have been taking Percocet for like the past 5 years.
to increase or decrease libido?
To decrease it. Oh, man. Oh, I'm about to get out of pocket. I'm going to stay in my pockets for now.
Yeah, you could stay in there. We could just end it here, honestly, with your Percocet dick in your pocket.
Yeah, Percocet dick. Name of the episode. Percocet dick in your pocket.
There we go. Write it down. That's going to be great for the algorithm. Because perks are trending.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. This is going to go well for us.
And that's been the National Meat Treasure. Follow me at thin.cruel.lips on TikTok and Instagram. Follow the pod at National Meat Treasure on TikTok and Instagram, and at NMT Pod on Facebook. Be sure to subscribe, bell for notifications. If you missed the clips, let me know. Like I said, I've been taking a break to look for some new jobs. Also, if you work in tech and could get my ass in, let me know, because your boy...
Yeah.
I was recently like going through like what are my dreams. My dreams are to work remotely and travel and make a lot of money. So if you have entered the tech space from scratch with no degree and you have some tips for me, please let me know.
Man.
And take them away, Joe.
We drop episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. No, I'm capping. Wow, that's how long I've said this shit. I mean, I drop episodes every Thursday. That used to be the way we used to do it. Man, we used to spoil y'all. Nah, you guys spoil us. We love you guys. We drop episodes every Thursday. Next week, Christian will be back with us. Follow me at Saint Thrillah on Instagram and TikTok, and follow 303 BAM's music on all streaming platforms. Goodbye.
Later. I don't even know how to stop this. Oh, stop.
Man, I'm on this 303 baby timing, man. Hey, yo, Thrillah, man, what we doing, gang? Hunters coming and make sure that paper going all around. I ain't trying to